we're going to skip over the oaths because the judge is not here. And we'll move to the approval of the minutes.
Mr. Chairman, would you allegiance?
Oh, yes, we need to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Everybody get the opportunity to look at the minutes from the previous meeting. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes? So moved by Commissioner Rusted, second by Commissioner Hagan. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Okay. Approval of the order of agenda. Additions or anything anybody wants to add? Do I have a motion to approve order of agenda?
So moved.
So moved by Commissioner Peach. Second by Commissioner Rusted. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Okay. We are up to designate parliamentarian. Now, I do believe that State's Attorney Wamstead, you are the parliamentarian. So it would be just a matter of approving you again for another year. So Commissioner Rusted makes the motion. Commissioner Hagan seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Okay, adopt Robert's Rules of Order. And that's not because my first name's Robert, but anyway, any discussion on that at all about Robert? Normally, if Commissioner Malm was still here, we'd have a long discussion about it, but he is not. So do I have a motion to approve Robert's Rules of Order?
I would move approval of that, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Commissioner Pete, second. Oh, Commissioner Rusted, seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Okay, yes.
Commissioner.
Is there a good resource to brush up on, like a, I guess, so to speak, a Cliff Notes version of Robert's Rules of Order that guy could access to kind of know what he's looking at?
I'm sure.
Mr.
Yes.
Chairman, members of the commission, I do have a copy that I could loan to you.
Maybe you could send it to all the commissioners.
Well, it's a book.
Oh, a book,
I
okay,
don't
yeah.
have
You can
enough
get
for-
some, you can get some resources online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's an email I can send you. I
Mr.
can
Chair,
Yes.
Mr. Chair, Commissioner Rusted, members of the commission, I know the Association of Counties puts out a pamphlet on kind of conducting meetings and procedure and whatnot. It doesn't go into a ton of detail, but I can send you that if that would be helpful.
That'd be fantastic.
You
Just
can
enough,
share that.
just enough detail to not look like a moron.
Okay. Approval of the consent agenda, which can bills, employee status changes, overtime. Does anybody wish anything pulled? They want to discuss anything, or do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Commissioner Hagan makes the motion to approve.
I'll second that motion.
Second by Commissioner Peach. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. County deed property request.
Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, we had a property that we took over for delinquent taxes. It's a lot in the city of Grand Forks. It has over $300,000 in specials on it. We tried to sell it the third Tuesday in November. It did not sell. We did not get one bid on the property. The city of Grand Forks has waived their specials. And so I would like the commission to make a motion to waive the taxes and to sell the property to the city of Grand Forks for $25.
Any discussion on that?
What is it?
So it is a lot in the industrial park that has specials on it exceeding the market value of the property. The owner let it go. We took it over for taxes. We tried to sell the property. It did not sell. And we would like to get it back on the tax roll. So what we typically do is if there's specials involved, the city will waive the specials and then we will sell the property back to the city.
So moved by Commissioner Rusted, second.
Second,
Second by Commissioner Beach. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Judge Hager, welcome.
Court couldn't wait, so
That's all right. We can.
Monica's my backup, she's still in court.
Yeah, all right. Ms. Wongstead, and want to do these one at a time? Sure. All right.
Backup, I see.
Stand here.
Great. I, Haley Wamstead,
I, Haley Wamstead
Grand Forks County, North Dakota,
of Grand Forks County, North Dakota,
solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of North Dakota,
and the Constitution of the State of North Dakota,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of Grand Forks County State's Attorney
the duties of the office of the Grand Forks County State's Attorney
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sign that.
Lou. Thank
Thanks,
you.
and then I'll sign for you. Debbie, do you notarize that?
Yeah, sheet right there. Notary.
Andy, you ready?
Sure.
You want your amigos with you? Just want to stand with them? You can stand beside them, huh?
Come on, boys, get up there and
Get
stand
up
with
there
your
now.
dad.
I gave him all my work.
In the radio
He's got
too,
the
I see.
keys.
Yeah.
You don't wanna let go.
We might have a few more people showing up. Hey, you ready?
Ready.
I, Andy Schneider,
I, Andy Schneider
of Grand Forks County, North Dakota,
of Grand Forks County, North Dakota,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of North Dakota,
and the Constitution of the State of North Dakota,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Grand Forks County Sheriff
of Grand Forks County Sheriff
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations to both of you. Thank you. I think that's the next generation sheriff right there. I can tell. I can. He can be the sheriff when you're county commissioner.
Here you go.
It's a natural progression. All right, thank you. Thanks for coming, boys. All right, public health, I do not, anybody here? Oh,
Mr. Chairman, I have no report for today.
okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Director of Administration.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, members of the commission, one item for the commission's awareness. Just following up on the December 22nd parking ramp discussion. I did have a meeting with City Administrator Todd Phelan this morning. And the city is actually interested in acquiring our parking ramp. They are aware of the issues that we're facing. And so there is the potential, just a very preliminary discussion, there's the potential for maybe a property exchange or trade. They would assume ownership of the parking ramp. Just one thought I had, the county has looked at in the past, the grass lot next to Judge Thielen's home. It's been looked at for building for the county and acquiring it in the past, so that could be one potential trade. I think from a city leadership standpoint, there'd be interest there. The city would like to have their own third party inspection done on the parking ramp, which is fair. No qualms about that. And would probably see that wrap up sometime in March. So just wanted to make the commission aware of that, that is a discussion that has happened. And I think from a city standpoint, looking to just be a good partner with the county. I know that the city has some plans with their 2 parking ramps for some management options. And I think the plan would be that you just include this parking ramp in with that deal. So like I said, very preliminary discussion. That's what was discussed this morning. I'm happy to answer any questions, but wanted to make the commission aware.
Any comments? Commissioner Beach?
Mr. Chair, I have a question. So at this point, the preliminary discussion, is there plans for further discussion? I mean, it doesn't cost us anything, or it doesn't hurt to listen to what their options are. I know you had talked about at a recent meeting selling it. Well, maybe that might not be an issue. And they're talking about property exchange. What property?
Yes, that's correct, Mr. Chair, Commissioner Peach. So they would be looking at taking ownership of the ramp, assuming on how that third party inspection would go. It's the first of what I would say are a few discussions to come. Mr. Phelan did request all of the studies that have been done by AE2S and the recommendations. I provided those to him. I did provide him, if you remember, we had about $500,000 of work done to the ramp in 2019. I did provide that to him as well. So Mr. Brooks, the city planner, is taking a look at that. No, it's not going to cost anything. It would be staff's recommendation if the commission wanted to entertain a property exchange. And Mr. Phelan said he's open to it, is that property across the street next to the courthouse. And then the county would then own that. And the first thing I said to Mr. Phelan was, you are aware of what you would be getting into? And he said yes. So that's promising. I would recommend further discussions and see what the city comes back with once their review is done.
That would be interesting, even to do a comparison between the one we have and the one that they would get from an outside architectural firm. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, for the commission, at the last special commission meetings, you had directed me to contact bond council and have them come to our second meeting in January with a proposal or resolution for issuing up to $10 million in bonds. When you do approve that resolution, there's a 60-day waiting period before you ever do anything, because you have to publish that you're going to issue bonds and allow anybody to come forward to object to them. So with that being said, with the possibility that the city takes over the parking ramp and $5 million, or approximately half that $10 million was for the parking ramp, do you want me to talk to bond council before the next meeting, or just continue with the 10 million at this point?
I don't think it hurts to continue on with the schedule we've talked about. Obviously, it doesn't put us in a corner or anything. So I think that would be an okay idea as we move forward, because they are scheduled to come to the next meeting. Yeah, I don't think that hurts anything. And it doesn't hurt for the city to go ahead with their assessment and do a comparison of the two.
Yeah.
and see what they come up with. It probably won't be much the same. It seems like when we've done architectural firms assessing things, like we did more than one when we did the Speedway, and they pretty much came out with the same thing. So it'll be interesting now, I think.
And the other thing that could occur is the fact we could do the dome for 3 instead of 5 million, so.
Yeah, they were checking on utilizing some copper and some stuff like that.
And Commissioner Rusted brought up a good point that, so the copper might have some hail dents in it from previous storms. Well, you put new copper up there, you have to get it again, so.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
I don't
if it-
see why it could not be refurbished, so.
I don't think anybody's gonna get high enough up there really to take care of it. So-
Okay, thank you. Any other comments at all?
I think my understanding of what the city has done is basically hired kind of entered into a P3, like a private public partnership, so to speak, and like the one I'm involved in at the university. And except for it's for their parking ramps. And I think what they're kind of banking on is that these private entities just find a way to get stuff done for a lesser dollar. And so even though it's 5 million off our books, since we don't have a third party operating it, I don't know that it's gonna cost them that. And so I feel like the city sees it as a win. I personally, I can't speak for all of you, but I personally see it as a win. And I think the taxpayers are gonna see it as a win because, having that $5 million study been done on it, we're sort of painted into a corner. And other ones probably not gonna, like Commissioner Peach isn't gonna probably reveal any other results. So I'm very much in favor, actually pretty darn excited. So.
Okay, thanks. All right, any other comments? Okay, state's attorney. State's attorney, committee reports. And I don't think any, other than Commissioner Hagan, you went to the highway department, right?
Well, it was just a meeting between Nick and I just to take a look around the buildings and whatnot, but I did have a library board.
Did you?
Yeah. that
Okay,
wasn't much to report. I'm just getting the lowdown of what's going on. But one thing I didn't know that's coming up is their children's department is getting remodeled. I'm kind of sad to see the big ship go, but it should be new and exciting things for the kids to check out. And then on Giving Hearts Day in February, they're looking to do some fundraising. They're wanting to buy some vans. I believe just 1 van or 2 vans, I can't remember. To get out into the county to bring books and do other activities. So those are the high points.
Commissioner Musted, did you have anything at all? We haven't been to any committee meeting.
No, I got a call about one just right before I was gonna start and it couldn't work, so those will probably pick up next week.
Okay. Beach.
I had an airport authority board meeting last week. Everything is going well. They're continuing to work on the federal building for the customs, and that is going well. Then the next project after the customs building will be the tower. They'll be looking at a new tower, and I've seen that they've been using the new runway, the north and south, east and west runway.
Oh, nice.
So UND has been using that. They're in the process of doing their, in the process of fundraising for a new building. For the aeronautics department at UND. And that the fundraising is going, I believe, fairly well. So they're excited about that because that's about $30 or $40 million, something like that, that they're looking at investing in a beautiful building. And so it'll be a nice addition to the airport. They did have some flights shut down last week, obviously because of the weather, but it was kind of a domino effect. Grand Forks wasn't well, but a lot of things shut down Minneapolis based. So they just weren't coming in or out of Grand Forks and Fargo. So there, I believe they're also having some icing issues today and potentially tomorrow into the weekend. And we'll just wait and see what happens with that storm that's a little bit to the south of us. So
Thank you.
I think that's all I have to report.
Okay. I have nothing to report on my committees, so unfinished, new business. Is there any? All right, correspondence.
Mr. Chairman, there's the North Dakota Insurance Reserve Board of Directors election, and it's telling if you're interested in one of those positions that you should apply. I'm getting there, I think. By January 31st, 2023.
And we have the
And then I want to thank you from
4-H.
Grand First County 4-H.
Okay. All right. Else anybody wants to go before the commission, otherwise it's a very short meeting. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Commissioner Hagan makes the motion to adjourn. Second? Commissioner Rusted? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
I
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried.
don't think you meant the record. I think the record is like.
I know.